not come to this planet to just stay skinny. Did you come to this planet just to stay skinny? Did you? Maybe you did. But for most of you, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that most of you came to this planet to stay skinny. We need to get you to stop needing to lose weight and just focus on what you want and the way you want to feel, and knowing you can create that for yourself even without the weight loss. That is a major thing I need you to understand. You can create those same good feelings, happiness, motivation, confidence, inner peace, without the weight loss daily. You can. I know it seems far away. I know it might seem impossible because you hate your body today. I know, I get it. I've been there. Hated my body every day. But I was so committed to getting on a path where I could be stepping into my own greatness and potential. And I knew that my mental obsession, my constantly thinking about food, body, and weight, was directly in the way. Food and weight obsession can be exhausting. Losing weight, gaining weight, dieting, feeling like a failure because you missed a workout, binged, overate, or gained all the weight back. The cycle is endless and it can be maddening. But I'm here to say you can stop the mental madness. You can take back control of your food behaviors, but you have to face your fears, you have to ask for help, and make a change. I am Leslie M. Thornton, permanent weight loss coach from hpwl.co. This is Hypnosis for Permanent Weight Loss, and I know you can make this happen. On this podcast, you will hear how to stop the mental madness, love your body, trust your food decisions so you can create a life of happiness, freedom, and inner peace. Hello, hello. Hypnosis for Permanent Weight Loss. Today we are talking about from mental obsession to your personal greatness, stepping into your greatness as a human being. I love this topic. I'm excited to talk about this topic. So, mental obsession. First thing I just want to say very quickly is that if you are thinking about food, body, and weight a lot of your day, if you are thinking about next weekend and the party you're going to and how to fit into that dress, or you're thinking about that wedding that you have 3 months from now and fitting into that dress, if you are feeling bad about yourself after you go out and you decide to have a little something different than what you originally planned, okay, this is not normal. And I'm not talking about a little, but this happens a lot. Okay. I used to call it OOS. Okay. I'd wake up in the morning after I might have a drink, or maybe I ate out with friends, and I'd feel bad in my body. And then I would just be mentally upset all day at myself. And I'd call it being OOS, meaning out of sorts. I'd be like, I'm just out of sorts. I'm out of sorts today. And I just thought that's what it was. And then I'd be beating myself up though on the inside for why did you have that extra drink? Or why did you blah, 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 just not nice to myself, as well as, obsessed about the way that I was feeling and just kind of associating it with such negativity. It was really hard and I didn't know how to get out of it. So then the only way that I knew to get out of that OOS state was to stop doing that stuff altogether. Okay. So I got completely sober, right? 100%. I thought I went all or nothing to the max. Okay. I had no sugar, no flour, no snacking. That was the only way. So it was feeding this perfectionist part of me. My perfectionist part was very pleased when I was following that perfectly for 3 years, but it was not accounting. What about the rebel part? What about the indulger part? What about the sometimes scared or vulnerable part? What about all these parts matter? My perfectionist part is not my authentic self. We have all these parts as human beings. And if we're not acknowledging each one of them, right, and we're living as if one of our parts is actually who we are, it's completely going to break down. It's not normal to be perfect all the time. It's not. You're a human being. You're messy. Okay. Like you have emotions, you are learning, you are growing. Like life is hard, like it is, it's a magical once you learn how to cope with it better and get these tools and get past your food issues, but you're going to talk about stepping into your greatness once you do get past that. And right, it's challenging along to get there, in order to like really love your life and to step into your greatness. Okay. So I just want to be clear that like thinking about food this much, it's not normal. It's a mental obsession. You don't have to be doing that anymore. You 100%, like you can live a life where you don't need to be doing that. Now, I'm going to give you a moment. It's hard for me to give you a moment because I feel like it's too much space. To actually think like if you no longer thought about and worried about, am I going to fit into that dress? Am I going to eat too much tomorrow? I ate too much last night. I messed up last night. I fail at this. I can't control myself. What's wrong with it? Like imagine that could go away. And I'm going to give a few seconds. Like actually imagine you could like cut it away from cords from yourself. What would that be like? Okay. So if you would just imagine, it's like from asking this question a lot of times to a lot of people, it's like, I'd be free. I'd be at peace. I'd be content. I'd be enjoying my kids more. I'd be playing with my grandkids more often. I'd have this like seeing life in full color. I'd like the way that I looked in the mirror. I'd like to feel proud of myself. I'd like to feel confident and radiant, and I'd like to feel motivated and energized. Right? Like that's what's there. And it's like, okay, now second pause. So if you were feeling that way on a regular basis, you weren't thinking about food anymore, you weren't obsessing about your weight anymore, and you're feeling those things at peace, energized, motivated, staying consistent, loving yourself, being proud of yourself every day, playing with your kids, like being present with your family, what would become possible? Like really think about it and feel into like, what do you want to do? What did you come to this earth to do? What do you want to do? What do you desire? What do you desire? We never ask ourselves that. We're always in panic. We're always worried about what we don't have or why we're still not good enough. But like, if you did have it, what do you desire? What do you want? Think of the Notebook when she goes back to the first guy that she had the romantic love affair with. And he asks her, he's like shaking her. He's like, what do you want? What do you want? And she's like, I don't know what I want. Right? It's like exactly what this is. It's like, you don't know what you want. If you wanted weight loss, you would have already had that by now. What do you want? What do you want? It's like, I want to be confident underneath. Like weight loss equals confidence. It equals motivation. It equals you going out there and like having fun with your life. But like what if you could have that without being so attached to the weight? Like, and here's the thing. If you are attached to the weight being the way to get those feelings, you are pushing the weight part away more and more and more. It's the same as a relationship where people always say, as soon as you let go of needing to be in a relationship, like that's when that relationship pops in, like immediately. So it's like, we need to get you to stop needing to lose weight and just focus on what you want and the way you want to feel, and knowing you can create that for yourself even without the weight loss. That is a major thing I need you to understand. You can create those same good feelings, happiness, motivation, confidence, inner peace, without the weight loss daily. You can. I know it seems far away. I know it might seem impossible because you hate your body today. I know, I get it. I've been there, hated my body every day. but I was so committed to getting on a path where I could be stepping into my own greatness and potential. And I knew that my mental obsession, my constantly thinking about food, body, and weight was directly in the way. I did not come to this planet to just stay skinny. Did you come to this planet just to stay skinny? Did you? Maybe you did. But for most of you, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that most of you came to this planet to stay skinny. To me, that sounds, there's a thing I heard recently of, in life, you get to choose control, which would be staying skinny for the rest of your life, or you can choose growth. And all my clients are growth oriented people. Otherwise, you wouldn't always be trying to lose weight. You're trying to better yourself. Sometimes for inauthentic reasons, sometimes because you think you're not good enough the way you are, which we're going to work on in this program here that we have. Okay. I'm going to get you to realize that you are worth it. And like, we don't want you to change at all. Like, you're amazing just as you are today. Like, don't change. Like, just change in a way that's like an evolution of your realizing how much more potential you have, or like what's possible in your life. Okay. Like, what is actually possible for you in your life. Okay. So I'm a projector if anyone follows human design. So it's like, I'm known to be like a guide, right? I don't have that much energy throughout the day. I do work like this where it has to be in like a shebang and I get productive very quickly. But then I don't have the energy like a manifesting generator or a generator does, where you can work like, at like 12-hour shifts 7 days a week, or even 5 days a week, right? Like I was doing as a nurse, it didn't work for my energy type, but like I can, like, I see people, right? I see their potential only. It's just like I meet someone and I just see their greatness immediately. And it's like, if you want to see that, right? If you can like a conversation with us is like, I can see you. Like, do you want to see yourself the way I see you? It's like, I'll teach you how. Like, legitimately. And sometimes we don't know, right? Your mental obsession with food is like, I don't even know, right? But it's like, you got to start somewhere, right? And sometimes we have these secondary gains for why we're mentally obsessed with food, body, and weight, right? It's like, if I stay obsessed with this topic and obsessed with losing weight, then I never have to put myself out there. I don't need to start that business I always said I wanted to start, because first I need to lose the weight. Like, I don't need to like put myself out there on a dating app or in the dating world, which I'm too scared of, because I'm just going to keep saying that I need to lose weight first and then I'm going to date. It's a lie. It's a dang lie. Right. And it's putting off your entire life. You are procrastinating. Like, you don't even know if you're going to live a year from now. You don't know what you're going to get. Like, really? Do you want, like, your obsession, mental obsession with food, body, and weight is literally like supporting you and keeping you safe and stuck. And if you choose that, right? If you choose the life of control, because that's all you can choose right now, respect, just choose it. Just be like, I choose the life of control. I'm not brave enough to step out there yet, but just at least know what's under it, right? Like, because maybe one day you'll get strong enough and you will be ready to step into your own greatness and potential. And it's like, all right, I'm willing to do whatever it takes now. It's like not the easiest path to get out of diet and mental food obsession. But since I've done that, like, my business has catapulted. I've been able to help so many more people, right? Like, I bought a home, right? I am leading a team of now 9 human beings, right? Helping people like you every day, which is not an easy thing to do. Okay. But it's really gratifying. It's really amazing. I pour my heart and soul into every human being that like wants this, because it's just like, I know how exciting it is to get past the food thing. Right. So just want to check in with my notes. So it's like, yeah, the lack of self-worth, like the self-hatred underneath it. We need to work on that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, so then, yeah. So the more that you actually, because when you start working on this stuff, like, of course, you're going to have to start seeing parts of yourself you're not super enamored by, right? I've talked about shadow work recently. And so to bring out those things of being like, oh God, like, I'm not loved, I'm not lovable, like, I'm not desirable. like I'm ugly, I'm fat, like these things that are real in the subconscious that like paralyze us and make us obsessed about changing and manipulating the way that we're eating or our body. But when you actually like heal those parts of yourself, what happens is like you become more compassionate because you had to learn how to love yourself when you saw those parts of yourself. What happens is your energy expands, and when you meet other people, you attract different human beings because you've done that work on yourself, right? So it's like you always wanted to manifest this like amazing partner in your life. It's like you got to become that partner for yourself, and you got to learn how to love yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be projecting your like fears about the person you're seeing onto them, and you're going to just keep sabotaging the relationship. You're going to keep getting stuck. Right. So it's like, we don't want that for you anymore. Okay. So like the love expands, and then you attract more loving human beings who have also done this work on themselves. And it's like, we gotta rise. Like if we have this awareness and this consciousness, it's like, we gotta take the action to do that work that's here now, right? Of you learning how to be loving and compassionate to yourself. If you know that that's what's underneath your food obsession, right? To like, so that you can be the person that you came here to be, right? Whether that's a mom, or that is a wife, or that is a friend, or that is a leader, or that is a business owner, right? Or if it's a business partner, like whatever your role is, stepmom. Okay. It's like, that's the access, right? It's like and it helps you too, because then you're no longer stressed out by those things that you're showing up to every day, because you're learning to love yourself better. Your relationships improve, and then your eating goes down because you're feeling good about yourself, and you don't need to stress it. You're not like trying to just like numb out on like the fact that like your soul is trying to tell you like, hey sister, I'm in pain here. Or, like, hey sister, we are supposed to be doing other things with our lives in this by now, right? So it's like, there's only one way to do it. Like you got to take the action. You got to take that step. Right. And I know nobody wants to talk about food, body, and weight, like it's very like, it's like, why am I dealing with this? I'm doing well in every other aspect of my life. Like, what's the deal? No shame in asking for help. Okay. Like in my opinion, when you actually work on this work, it's like the deepest work you can do, because food is the first thing you were introduced to as a child to create love feelings in your body, nourishment, right? And that's what relationships are, and that's what life is, right? So if you're ready to step into your greatness and you really want to see what's possible that you can create if you actually get out of the way, what's in the way, which is the food, body, and weight thing today, it's like, then do this. Okay. Then like do the Hypnosis for Permanent Weight Loss program, right? Like have a conversation, even if you're not sure, like take the first step to get clarity on yourself. Okay. Cause this is what it's all about. So love you so much, and see ya in your greatness. Bye. If you are serious about taking action on your struggle with food, body, and weight, then this is for you. Go ahead and text the word hypnosis to 855-BE-ALIVE. That's 855-232-5483. Immediately after texting that number, you will get access to our free training that will tell you why you can't figure the food, body, and weight thing out, why you can't keep weight off even after you've been successful in the past, and how to actually overcome it, including a mini hypnosis session at the end. Don't miss out. Text the word hypnosis to 855-BE-ALIVE. That's 855-232-5483.